I'd like you to take a moment today and look at each one of these banners that hang in our sanctuary. Each one representing one of the 12. Sometimes we don't consider what was going on in Jesus' ministry. We sometimes forget that these 12, who happened at that time to be all men, left behind wives, jobs, families, to follow the Lord. And so as we hear the Lord speak to us today, I think there's a little frustration going on. Because the Lord's been out there ministering. He's got the example of his apostles around him, and he's been telling the people about this new commandment that we're supposed to love our neighbors as ourselves. But before we do any of that, we need to love God first. And the people just didn't seem to get it. Well, they liked what he was saying. They liked seeing him do the things that he did. They felt great being in his presence, but there was just something that wasn't connecting. And that's what happens to you and to me as well. You heard in the reading from the book of Wisdom that sometimes we get so preoccupied with thinking about what's happening to us in our lives, we can't seem to comprehend what it is God wants from us. I too am a worrier. I can't tell you how many nights I wake up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and I can't go back to sleep because I start thinking of things I need to do or should have done, and back and forth, and there's the mortgage payment to pay, I've got to pay for this doctor, and let's see, what do I have to do with the eye surgery? And follow up with all of that, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Y'all are in the same boat, I would imagine, trying to figure out what you need to do just to get by in life on a daily basis. And then God comes along and says, hey, remember me, I'm supposed to be first. I'm supposed to have your attention before anybody else. And we're going, huh? And so Jesus puts it to us rather strongly today. Now you got to remember, here's this guy that's preaching love, and all of a sudden he's telling us we have to hate our parents, our spouses, our families, our jobs, our possessions. This is not a guy that teaches hate. But he's trying to get our attention and letting us know that all this stuff that we worry about has to take a back seat to God. And when we focus on that relationship with God first, then all this other stuff falls into place. We have good spousal relationships. We have good family relationships. We're content with our jobs. We're content with our lives. But it takes placing God first. Today, as we celebrate this Eucharist, let us ask for the strength to acknowledge God first in our lives, so that whatever God is calling each of us to do as part of God's plan for salvation, whether it's working out our own or helping others come to the Lord, that we can set aside our worries and embrace the task that God sets for us.